In fact, FRS document is so in detail. I was really surprised because this is the first time I have seen FRS documents, and it's so detailed as if like it is helpful to developer as well to develop the application, and at the same time, in terms of like it does say that what column, for example, you don't have like you don't have a number or special character shouldn't be blank, blah 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 blah. In fact, itself is so detailed.
And means in your companies means if you have worked in some other company, you told me, right, on manual or otherwise something else.
No, not from the testing. I worked as a developer. That was
means actually this document is my screen is visible to you?
Yeah.
Means I have opened the document. Are you able to see that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Then here means in detail why they have given means actually it's a training application. Okay. Means that's why they have prepared the document like this. Most of the companies, if it is a MNC companies, if again I am telling you the condition, if those are MNC companies, then only they are going to follow the statements or otherwise this particular. Means sections can be handled by the MNCs. Means they are going to prepare the documents like this. Means if you go for the startup companies or initial companies, they won't follow any rules and regulations like this. Okay, as per the standards, these are ISTQB standards the document has developed. Okay, this is nothing but prototype model, means SDLC model. You have seen SDLC models, right?
Yeah.
According to the SDLC models, actually this will comes under a prototype model. What is the use of prototype model? What is the thing related to the prototype model? Can you tell me that?
Yeah, prototype model is basically we can use when the requirements when the customers are not sure about the requirement.
Exactly.
And the project is really big.
It should be a big size project, right?
Yeah, it should be.
Okay. Means okay. You are following very well. Thank you. Means means you are while I am asking the questions related to the last classes. If you are telling the answers, means definitely I will be very happy in that time.
Yeah, God, that's what we actually agreed last time.
Yeah.
Because I went through that system plan document as well.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Then can you tell me what are the sections you have seen for every requirement? We have different types of different types of requirements in that particular document, and what are the sections has repeatedly available in particular requirements? Can you tell me that? What are the requirements? What are the sections we have in every requirement? We have 5 or 6 requirements in this particular document. Under that, every requirement we have subsections, right?
Yeah.
Means what that sections exactly will gives you. This first section is overview, right? What this particular overview section will gives you.
Sorry, I'm not following you.
I'm asking you the question. What is this overview section you are seeing over here, right? What exactly? For every requirement, this overview section is there, right? You got it? Means here 1.0 premise band homepage, it's the first requirement of this particular module. Okay, this is the overview section is available. Like that, if you go with second requirement, the second requirement is admin homepage. Okay, in that also this overview section is available. Like this, for every requirement, this overview section is available. What this particular section explains, what the information it is giving, I'm asking you.
It gives us a brief information about like what sort of modules are incorporated and what is upcoming.
Upcoming means in the point of what?
Upcoming means what in terms of like all this section. What is this section is all about? So let's say 1.1.
Yes, it means nothing but it will give you the information about that particular requirement, right? Brief information about that particular requirement, not related to the total project. Okay, that will give you the information about only the requirements which is comes under the particular requirement. Okay, Next section is prototype, right? Prototype is nothing but here is a snapshot of the development of the particular application. The exact homepage, live application homepage should be like this. Okay, the homepage after the implementation of the particular application, the homepage of the particular bank should be like this one. Okay.
Yeah.
The next section is page elements. Do you have any idea what this section explains?
Page elements is like the snapshot which we have seen.
Okay.
Based on that, what they are saying is that on a home, for example, personal banking, what element type we should have. For example, whether is it button, text box, link. So it basically give a developer an instruction that what kind of element type they need to use in order to make this.
Exactly. In the developer point of view, you told that means as we are testers, we have to discuss in the point of testing, right?
Correct. Yeah.
The same thing in this things. How can we how we have to think? That means we have to think in a way that what are the elements available, how to test the elements, means depends upon the type of element only we are going to test the elements, right?
Yeah.
If you know the types of elements, then only it is possible to test the particular elements in that particular page. For that sake, they have given that sometimes can you tell me that here login is available, right?
Yeah.
Can you tell me what is the element type by seeing this? What is the
like a link?
Link means you did as a work with a development side, and as well as you have read the document. That's why you are telling that exactly that is an image link you are telling. If it is a newcomer, who don't know about all these things, definitely will tell it as button, right?
Yeah.
Definitely. If you have confusion like that at that kind of situations, it means testers should understand all the requirements. Then only it is possible to test that particular application, test that particular element in a perfect way. Otherwise, it's not possible to test it, right? That's why they have given a separate section called page elements, which explains about all the elements types, what are the maximum operations we can perform on that particular operations. If you do that action on that particular element, what is the outcome it should come. Like this statement will be, this particular section will be explains. Element name, element type is button, home is element name, button type this is, and what is the action you can perform on that means clicking operation, and system response. If you click on that particular home button, what's the output it will come? Nothing but expected result. Okay, as per task flow diagram he has given. Okay, if you go for task flow diagram, see here, if you click on this home button, system displays home page of Primus Bank. Okay, if you click on personal banking button, it should display the information about the personal banking. If you click on this corporate banking button, it should display the system information about the corporate banking page. Okay, like this it is explaining you the particular flow and what is the particular element types, and what is the action we can perform on that particular element, and what is the expected result. It is giving you the information. Okay, coming to the input validations and error states, nothing but what you understood by this particular thing.
So basically, when we put username and password, first thing first, it is a mandatory field. But if we try to tab it to password, then it should give some sort of error saying that, hey, this is please enter in this scenario. This says blank or blank is not accepted. Hence, it should give an error message instead of valid username. Or if you try to put, like, let's say, special characters, then it should give
it is going to give some error messages while you're inserting some invalid data into the particular validation fields. It should display some user-defined error messages. Okay, this section will explain to you that this section will explain to you that error messages what should display. It is indication for the developer and it is an indication for the tester. Means for the developer, what is the instruction by seeing this document means I have to develop this particular error message while I am giving the wrong things in the particular element, it should display this error message. Like that, he has to develop the particular code. Tester, how he has to test the application means, while I am testing with invalid data, I have to display this error message. Means I have to see this error message. Like that, he has to test it. If that error message is not displaying also, again we are going to report it to the developer. It is not displaying in a proper way. Means if the proper error messages is not coming to the picture, means you are unable to identify where we are going to do the mistake in a front-end application, right?
Correct. Yeah.
This is an obvious thing. Okay, this is the section it will explains you. Means if there is no validation part in your particular page, these sections will be not applicable, right? Like that. Task flow diagrams. Task flow diagrams nothing but it will give the navigation of the pages. If you click on some buttons or if you click on particular links, for which page it should redirect. Okay, it will give the information about the roadmap or nothing but the connection links. Means if you click on image, it should if you click on button, it should redirect to the other page. For which page it has to redirect. It will give the information of the flow of the particular elements which is available in the particular page. Okay.
Correct. Yeah. What is this C stands for?
C is just he has extended that. That's it. Here you are seeing C, right? Means it has to be in a continuous manner, but the place is not suffice over there. That's why he has given like that. Nothing is there.
Oh yeah. It's just we got it.
Extension means the place is not suffice to do that. That's why he has divided that thing. That's it.
Yeah, got it.
Next, these are the means functionalities. And coming to the use case diagrams, here means what it explains actually. Any idea?
This is like a step-by-step process. For example, we don't get involved into the development, but as a tester, if we want to test this particular application, it's like a step-by-step process.
The same thing. Can you observe that? Yes, what you are telling. Okay, but see here, what are the things you are seeing in a task flow diagram? The same thing is available here also.
Yeah.
Is there any difference? Is there? Same thing. Just observe that.
No, it just look like the same.
Means if you click on home
button, it's just a different way of representation.
Exactly. That's the answer I am expecting from you. Means nothing but task flow diagrams is nothing but pictorial representation or graphical representation of particular scenario. And if you go for use case diagrams, it is simply the English look like sentences. That's it.
So why did they need to do twice? Like why? What is the point?
Means sometimes flow diagrams will be useful for developers actually. Task flow diagrams will be understood by the developers most of the times, because sometimes testers don't have that technical knowledge to understand the task flow diagrams. Sometimes. Okay. At that point of time, while designing the test cases, if you are seeing the use case diagrams, there is a better option to write it. Here, nothing but the serial numbers are nothing but step numbers in test cases, and this is actor action is nothing but step description in test case template, and the system response is nothing but expected result in the particular test case template.
Okay.
Directly you can see these lines and you can just simply copy paste it, or otherwise you can modify some sentences format. That's it. It becomes very easy for the tester while he is implementing test cases. But it's some.
What is this called?
Sorry.
What is this? So the other one is a task flow diagram. What is this called?
Use case diagram. Use case. USCCAS.
Oh, use case.
Use case diagrams. Okay, these are the things. Okay, then this is the explanation of FRS document here. Then we will start with test cases. Test scenarios first. Okay. Can you tell me, by seeing this snapshot, can you tell me how many ways, what are the things we can check it, and what are the scenarios you can identify?
What are the scenarios? So scenarios is like
Don't think about the scenarios. Don't think about the scenarios now. I'm asking you the page only. If you don't know any testing also, simply by seeing this prototype is nothing but a home page this is. And can you tell me what you are going to check in this particular page?
Okay. So first thing first is like smoke testing, for example, where we need to see that whether when we put a URL, excuse me, this particular
Those all the things are completed. Smoke testing, that is okay, but I'm asking you the things, just leave you about the thing. I'm asking the question, this particular page, you are seeing this page in front of you in the application, this page is available with you. How can you test this application?
By simply going through by simply going through all these buttons,
okay.
And when we press that, for example, personal banking, that is redirecting to the next page or not.
Yes, exactly. Nothing but navigation part, right? Clicking on buttons and clicking on links, all the things will come under navigation part. Okay. Then other than that,
and after that, in terms of like putting a username and password. So again, we got that.
Admin login. Okay. Here, if you are using username and password, that is nothing but admin login. Here, if you are using that particular what is that select a branch, means if you are going through that is nothing but a particular banker login. Okay. And if you want to log in as a customer, you have to use this buttons, personal and corporate and international. Okay, this is the actual process. Means nothing but here personal is there, here personal banking is there, here corporate is there, here corporate banking is there, here international button is there, here international banking button is there. Actually, these buttons, if you click on that, it will give the information of that particular international banking information and corporate banking information pages will come into picture. If you click on this particular person, corporate and international, means automatically it will gives you the login pages.
Yeah.
You got it. Okay, this is the thing will be going on, right?
Yeah.
Then we'll see that. Means nothing but navigation part, you can check it. Login, admin login, banker login, like this customer login. Okay, customer flow for personal, corporate, international. Here personal is nothing but individual accounts, corporate is nothing but commercial accounts, international is nothing but NRI accounts.
NRI account, yeah.
Okay, these are the things. Actually means by seeing these I have identified 4 scenarios, right? They have given task flows, 4 task flows. One is for visitor flow, buttons and links as nothing but home page navigation and admin login, and customer flow, nothing but personal, corporate, NRI banking, and banker flow, nothing but banker login. Okay, these are the 4 task use case diagrams he has given, right? Means here simply according to this document, I'm going to tell every task flow ID is nothing but one scenario. You got my point?
Can you just repeat the last one?
Means here whatever the things we have identified now, we have identified 4 scenarios in this particular page, right?
Yeah, 1 for the banker login and 3 for the respective, like personal, corporate, and international.
Yes. What means only one. We have navigation part will comes under one test scenario. Nothing but clicking buttons and links. That is one scenario. And admin login is one scenario. And banker login is another scenario. And customer login is other scenario. Right? Means nothing but 4 scenarios we have seen. Right? Okay, here where you stop. Actually, 4 scenarios you have identified in this page, right?
I can only see 3, like 1 navigation, second is banker login, and the third is the customer login.
And one more thing is there, banker login also. Means banker can also log in from this section only. Means admin can log in by using username and password. You don't need any branch name, right, to log in with his account.
That's right. Yeah, admin can see everything.
Admin can see any branch information, right? That's why you no need to select any branch at the time of admin login. But if you want to log in as a particular branch employee, you have to select your branch and you have to give your username and password over here to log in as your person means employee account.
Yeah.
Okay. Next, the button is link.
Yeah.
Yes, 4 scenarios we have identified. The 4 scenarios only they have converted that into task flow diagrams. We have 4 task flow diagrams: visitor flow, buttons and links, and admin login, and customer flow, and banker flow. These 4 scenarios they have given. Means here like this, I am telling you the thing is in a simple way for writing the test scenarios for this particular document, total document. Okay, means like this means every task flow ID is nothing but one scenario. I am telling you for simplest way, because if you go for any section it will be like that only. Okay, means sometimes you are not in a state that to identify the scenarios by seeing the particular prototype. Means if you are able to identify the scenarios by seeing the particular prototype, it will be the best and you are the best tester, because you have to cover all the functionalities while you are identifying the scenarios. Okay, it should be means one group of things will be comes under one scenario, right? Anyway, means clicking on buttons and links will comes under navigation part. That's why I have taken it with a single scenario. And admin login is different, and the customer login is different, and the banker login is different. Okay, that's why I have taken different scenarios, and I have identified, I have covered 100% functionalities within this particular page. Other than these 4 scenarios, is there any other things can you test for testing? Anything else is available in this particular page?
Yeah, we got a link at the bottom.
That is also comes under navigation part only, right?
Okay.
Means all the links and buttons will comes under navigation part. Any confusion, Dipesh?
No, there is.
Okay, can you tell me the scenarios? Can you tell me the scenarios for calculator application?
Sorry, can you repeat?
I'm asking you that we have calculator application, means calculator, means we have product, right? Calculator product. Okay, in that, what are the functionalities you can test it?
Sorry, I haven't got any.
So, I'm asking you the question. Are you understanding or not? I will ask you one more time. In your laptop or in your PC, calculator application is there. Calculator desktop application, right? It is having a calculator application inbuilt. I want to test that particular application. What are the scenarios you can identify in that application? I'm asking you.
Okay. First thing first, whether it is Excel, so we can put all the numbers, whether it is it displaying the numbers or not.
Nothing but navigation, right?
Yeah.
Next.
Then plus minus will be like.
Yes, exactly. Right? Nothing but addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, percentage, like that. You have many functionalities like that. We are going to identify the scenarios. Those are called scenarios. Okay, what are the things you told? Those are called scenarios. Identifying the scenarios. Okay, we will see afterwards. In a simple word, scenario is nothing but what to test.
Okay.
In a single statement, scenario is nothing but what to test. Okay, you don't have still any confusion related to the test scenario. What is test scenario?
No.
No, right? Next, we are going to write the test scenarios in a practical manner for this particular application. How can we write and how the template is look like? I will tell you now.
Okay.
Okay, this is the document of test scenario. Okay, this is the document of test scenario template. Here you have project name and document references. Author we have column names. We have see one by one. We are going to see one by one. Here, what is the project name?
Project name is previous bank.
Time has been. Okay. Then what is the document reference? Which document you are referring for writing the test scenarios? Okay, you simply should not write FRS document because maybe that is having versions also, right? Maybe it is related to which version we don't know. That's why we have to copy the name related to the document, total document with version. Means this version is related to 2.2, version 2.2. Means before this we have other versions also. Because you have to, I mean, segregate that version and numbering also. That's why you have to give the exact name in the particular document references. Okay, just copy paste the name of the particular document. Then author. Author means you know that, right? Who is the author here?
Author is me.
Who is going to design the test scenarios? Nothing but who is going to design this particular scenarios, their name. Nothing but tester's name. Okay, create a date. On which date you are going to create the particular scenarios or designing the scenarios. Nothing but this is the date, right? Reviewed by review date will be taken care by the team lead. Okay, you don't need to worry about that thing. Okay, next, scenario ID. What is scenario ID over here? Nothing but a serial number, right?
Yeah.
Serial
Unique
number.
ID which we
Yes,
can
yes,
identify.
But means instead of writing simply the ID like 1, 2, 3, 4, means if you have 500 test cases in your particular document, okay, in your for your project you have 500 test cases and it is a maintenance project. After 2 years, customer has given you some change request, means somewhere in the particular application. Means you have to, if he is giving some change request, means you have to implement a new test cases to new test scenarios for that application, and you are going to add the scenarios and you have to check whether where we have to add that scenarios, right? Means you have admin module, customer module, banker module. Customer has given the particular modification in admin module in under branches requirement. Means you have to check means branches related, how many test cases I have related to the branches requirement. After that I have to do some modifications on that particular document, and after that I have to change, I have to add some more test cases to the document, and I have to modify the existing test cases, and I have to do some modifications on that document, right? For that, if you want to identify the scenarios, it means in out of 1000 test scenarios, for identifying the single scenario is how much difficult if you are giving directly that serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that, right? You got the point or any confusion still?
I got the point.
Okay, means for that sake you have to follow some rules and regulations to write the scenario ID. Okay, I am going with the project, means how the companies are going to do the project. This is nothing but test analysis phase. You have entered into test analysis phase. You got it? Means first we have completed the test planning phase has completed. In that phase we are already discussed about the planning document, and after that we have entered into the analysis phase. In that phase we understood the FRS document, and if you are going to get any doubts, you are going to report in an ASEAN template. Okay, that phase also completed. We entered into the designing phase. In designing phase, first part is designing test scenarios. We are discussing that scenarios now in STLC part.
Yeah.
Okay, got the point. Here nothing but scenario ID. How we are going to write the scenario ID? I am just writing the syntax of the particular thing. You have to write the project name first, underscore project name, you have to write it. After that, module name, you have to write it. After that, you have to write the requirement name. After that, you have to write the serial number. This is a syntax. Okay, how can I write? Let us see. From here I am starting. First requirement. What is the first scenario? Navigation part, right? This is the first task flow ID for me. Okay, this is the first task flow ID. Okay, this is the first requirement of mine, visitor flow. Okay, let us see how can I write this particular thing. First, project name is Primus Bank. Next, module name. For which module we are working here? See that. What are the requirements you are seeing in this document? The total document is related to the admin module. Okay, what you are seeing in this particular document, all the requirements comes under admin module. That's why you have to give the name it as admin. Then what you have to give it underscore requirement name, right? What is the requirement name here? Visitor flow, right? Visitor flow buttons and links. In a short, I am writing visitor flow underscore serial number. Okay, how can we write the serial number? TS001 I am writing. TS is nothing but test scenario. Any confusion on in this particular area, Dipesh?
If you don't have a FRS document, because FRS document, as you said, maintained by only MNC company, and if we work for local companies, they may not have a test. They may not have a test scenario. Sorry, they may not have a FRS document. So that will be, I guess, so in that case, we know the project name, but we don't have a FRS document. So how? So admin. So I guess probably then we need to talk to the test lead to find out. Because what I'm trying to say here is, if I don't have a document, how would I know which module I'm testing and what I'm testing?
At that point of time, the point means exploratory testing part will come into picture. I told you one testing type, but that is called exploratory testing, right? At that point of time, you are not going to means most of the times if you are telling that if it is a startup companies or if it is a initial companies, they won't maintain like these documents. And one more thing, I have one more question here. Why we have to maintain these documents? Can you tell me that? Means it's a waste of time and it's a waste of money also, right? Maintenance of this particular test scenario documents or test case documents or maintaining this, it will take time. Maintenance also will be very difficult. Like that, it will come into picture. Why we have to maintain these documents? Do you have any idea?
The reason we need to maintain this document, that is just for the audit purpose, and the companies which they got the iOS standards and so on and so forth. In order to maintain that particular standard, we have to maintain this.
Okay, means you are telling that it's simply for showing to the audit. Means in the point of audit only you are maintaining. That's it.
Is one of the reason. Second is like when we go into the maintenance part of it, and when there is a change of requirement come into the picture, then in order to identify that if we're going to change one particular requirement, then how and where is going to affect. In order to find this, it's really important as well to have a test scenarios.
Exactly, means the first thing is maintenance and future reference. Means where the part will come into picture. Future reference means if it is a maintenance project and under that 10 years project. Okay, the employee which has started the project and after 2 years means he left the company. Okay, there may be a scope, right? He left the particular project and he left the particular company. At that point of time, new person will come into the picture, right? Means the person before going, he didn't give any particular KT session to the particular person. He went out and some new person, they have recruited new person to that project and they have sit on that project. Okay, how can you understand the requirements at that point of time if you don't have any documents or if you don't have any application at that point of time? For giving KT also, that person is not available at that point of time. What he will do?
Yeah,
it's very difficult situation, right? At that point of time, simply if you have these documents, what they will tell, just they will pass the documents to this particular person which he came new to that particular project, and he is going to refer the document. After that, he is going to understand the project, and then he is going to do the work for that particular project. Okay, that is also one of the reason to maintain this particular documents for future reference, for maintenance things, and the particular enhancement. When the enhancements will come into picture, nothing but change request will come into picture. We have to identify, we have to track the scenarios, and we have to track how much work has completed, how much work is pending. You have to identify that thing also as per the standards which you are following in MNCs. Okay. Again, one of the question, if it is a small size project and if it is a one-time testing project, we are not going to maintain any documents, we are not going to follow any rules and regulations for that particular smaller projects. Only for big size project, and when where the maintenance project will come into picture, then only these particular documents are very helpful in that point of situation. You got it right? This is the thing. Here the module name is that particular module, right? This name will not change for any scenario here. Admin will not change for any scenario. The module name is same for all the test scenarios. Here Primus Bank underscore admin I have written. These two things also will not be changed for every scenario. For every scenario, this particular requirement name and particular serial number will be changed. Right here I have missed something here. In requirement under the brackets you have to write task flow ID. Okay, here what is this requirement? Means this particular scenario, this particular sub requirement will comes under the main requirement called Primus Bank homepage, right? 1.0 Primus Bank homepage. Okay, just you have to write that thing here, 1.0 Primus Bank homepage. Okay, under the brackets you have to give the task flow ID. Task flow ID is nothing but this is the unique ID 1.4.1 related to the task flow diagram. Okay, this task flow diagram only we are writing the scenario, right? This is the task flow ID. You have to write it to track it in a easy manner. Okay, right. Then what is the description here? Nothing but brief test scenario description is nothing but it's a brief information about what to test. Here what you are going to testing? Visitor flow buttons and links, right? Here you are checking visitor flow navigation, nothing but. Means if you want to if the new customer want to open an account, he is going to visit the website. If the admin want to log in from his account, he has to visit that home page. And if banker want to log in with his account, he has to visit that home page. If the particular individual customers want to log in, they has to visit the particular home page, right? Means that main page is very important page, right? If that particular page is not working, means you are unable to do anything from that page. Either admin module, either customer module operations, either banker module operations, whatever the operations are related to that, okay, we are unable to do anything on the particular applications, right? Are you there? Dipesh, are you listening?
Yeah, I am here.
I'm not getting any voice. I'm not getting any response from your side. Is it understood or not?
Last part a little bit vague. So if you can repeat that, that would be great.
Okay, then nothing but here I'm writing the requirement name, main requirement name here, 1.0 Primus Bank homepage. Under that I am giving the task flow ID, nothing but 1.4.1 for identifying uniquely. Right? Here in this scenario, we are writing that brief information about what to test. Nothing but here we are going to write what to test. Check visitor flow buttons and links. Okay. Next priority. It's a very high priority, right? Because without that page, nothing is working here. Means if the page is not working, means we are unable to do any testing operations on that, right?
Yeah.
Next, first scenario is completed. Coming to the task flow ID, second scenario will be admin login, right? Here, the same thing, how can we write the same thing, Primus Bank underscore admin underscore the requirement name is admin login underscore serial number is TS002, right?
Yeah.
Next, module name is admin, and that scenario also comes under the requirement called Primus Bank, right? Primus Bank homepage. And what is the task flow ID? 1.4.2, right? Just see here, 1.4.2. Okay, you have to give the task flow ID over here. Next, what is the description? Check admin login functionality. This will also comes under very high priority, right? Priority is nothing but here in this scenario, okay, in the point of particular test scenario template, what is that test priority means? For which scenario we have to implement test cases first, and for which scenarios we have to implement the test cases next. Priority is nothing but what to first and what to next. Priority is nothing but based upon the functionality, okay, we have to segregate that what to do first and what to do next. Okay, in this scenario, according to the test scenario implementation, here after implementing these test scenarios, what are the very high priority test scenarios and the high priority test scenarios and the medium priority test scenarios and low priority test scenarios. Means here in a home page something is not working, means it will get effect on all the functionalities. Are you able to do other testing types? If the particular home page is not working, means you are unable to test any module, right? Either admin or customer or banker, whatever it may be, you are unable to do any operations on that particular testing part, right? Like that, like this, that's why it is having very high priority. That's why I'm giving the priority as very high. Right? Like that, you have other functionalities. Okay, if you are going inside that thing, the same thing. The second scenario is like this. This is the third scenario, right? Customer flow. Okay, this is the customer flow. Can you tell me how can I write these particular scenarios here?
So the first two parties remain the same, which is Primus Bank admin.
Okay, tell me.
And then if you can open the Word document.
Yes, tell me.
Okay, then it will be.
In a short, can I give customer flow?
Customer flow. You could say customer flow, yeah.
Then
underscore TS003.
Okay, then
Module
admin, right?
is
then tell me this.
Is still under one. So
what is the ID?
With ID. Most
Next, what is the description? Your voice is breaking, Dipesh.
Check customer flow for personal, corporate, and international banking.
Yes, you have to write that thing. Same thing. And next, what is the priority?
Check the customer flow.
Okay. Then, what is this particular priority will be very high. Right? That is very high because it is also a home page things, right? It is also an important thing. If you want to test the customer module, it should be active stage. What is the next scenario? Banker flow, right? Yeah, tell me for this.
Yeah.
Tell me this for this.
So it's the same. Primus Bank underscore admin underscore banking flow. And the task ID TS004. Admin module. Then 1.0 previous bank home page. 1.4.
Okay. Then.
And then description, whatever is Yes, check the bank.
Check banker flow for banking login. Okay. Otherwise, in simple words, you can write it as banker login. Right? What is the priority?
Banker login. Banker login is also very high because you're home page.
Like this, you have completed the first requirement test scenarios. Okay. How can I do next? Second requirement, right? Then we have to go for second requirement. Nothing but admin homepage. And here, this is the admin homepage. What can you check maximum to maximum here? Buttons and links. That's it, right? Nothing more than that.
Yeah.
Okay, nothing but navigation part. That is the thing only they have written over here. That is nothing but 2.1.4 homepage dashboard diagrams. He has given just half of the thing because of the document format. I am able to show you. Okay, here you can see it. Okay, this is the thing. Okay, these are the thing task flow diagram. Admin, homepage, navigation. Right here, you are clicking branches. It should display the branch details page in this page. If I click on this particular branches button, it should display the branches page. If I click on this roles button, it should display the roles page. Like that, you have to write it. Here, can you tell me the next scenario? That is
a previous bank. Admin is the module, and then admin home page, or what? Can you open the Word document?
Okay. This is the admin home page requirement. Under that, this is the task ID. Tell me.
So it's admin home page. So the admin home
serial number. Then serial number. Then module name.
Module name is
admin. You can tell me the requirement. This is the document. Yes. Here, this is the document.
Is 2.0 admin home.
Then task ID. Okay.
And the description will go.
Yeah, tell me. You can write this directly. You can write this as admin homepage navigation. This will come under high functionality, right? Yes. Like this, you have to write for the scenarios for the total document.